Hello, Turbo Girl. Why are you filling all these bottles, pails and tubs with water?
A water rationing exercise is on today. Water supply will be cut off from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I am storing water in these bottles, pails and tubs for use later.
Yes, but that is a lot of water you're storing. Do you know how much water you have to store? Why are you filling all these bottles, pails and tubs with water?
And 2 tubs of water. A water rationing exercise is on today.
Do you know how much water you have in each of these containers?
Water supply will be cut off from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I am storing water in these bottles,
Okay,
pails
then
and tubs
we shall
for
learn
use
about
later.
amount of water or volume. But that is a lot of water you're storing. Do you know how much water you have to store? What is volume? Let's take for example this bottle. The amount of water in the bottle is the volume of the water. So when we measure the volume of water in this bottle, we are measuring how much water is in it.
That means all these bottles, pails and tubs here have different volumes of water in them.
That's correct, Turbo Girl. Can you tell me which of these containers has the most amount of water?
It has to be the tub, of course. It is the biggest.
Yes, the bigger the container, the more water it can contain. So among these containers here, the tub has the largest volume of water when it is full. Oh, how wasteful to leave so much orange juice unfinished in the glasses.
The glasses were left here from breakfast this morning. My family usually cannot finish all the orange juice in the morning.
Well, let us make use of them to learn more about volume. Tell me about the amounts of juice left in these glasses.
There are different amounts of orange juice in them. Glass A contains the least amount of orange juice, while glass B contains the most amount of orange juice. Glass C has a smaller amount of orange juice than glass D. Glass D has a bigger amount of orange juice than glass A.
Very good, Turbo Girl. We can make comparisons of the amounts of orange juice because they are contained in glasses of the same type and size. Do remember that it is incorrect to compare the amounts of liquid by looking at them if they are contained in different types of containers or containers of different sizes. It is incorrect to say that container F has a larger amount of water than container E. In order to compare the amounts of water in container E and F, we have to first measure the amount of water in each container.
How do we measure the amount of water or the volume of water in a container?
We have to use containers that have liter markings on them to measure volume. This is a 1 liter container. The volume of water in this container is equal to 1 liter. L stands for liter.
If I want to fill this pail with 5 liters of water, I will need to fill up this 1 liter container with water and then pour the water into the pail 5 times.
That's correct. Let's fill the pail now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 liters of water in the pail now.
Okay, I know how to measure volume in liters using a 1 liter container. Let me measure how much water there is in this bottle. The water from the bottle fills up 2 1 liter containers. Therefore, there were 2 liters of water in the bottle.
Good work, Turbo Girl.
Are all measuring containers 1 liter?
There are many different measuring containers of different shapes and sizes. This is a 5 liter measuring container. There are liter markings and each of these markings is equal to 1 liter. There is 1 liter of water in it now. If I add more water to the container, the volume of water will be more. Turbo Girl, can you tell me how many liters of water are there in this container now?
1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 liters of water in the container now.
Well done! We read the markings on the side to find out the volume of water in the container. Take a look at these two containers. They contain different volumes of water. Which has more water?
Container A.
How much more water is there in container A than container B?
I can't tell by looking at it. I will need to measure the amount of water in both containers. Container A has 10 liters of water, while container B has 7 liters of water. 10 liters minus 7 liters equals 3 liters. Container A has 3 more liters of water than container B.
Very good, Turbo Girl. Okay, tell me what you've learned today.
I have learned that the amount of water in a container is the volume of water. A bigger container can contain a larger volume of water. We can compare the volumes of water if they are contained in containers of the same type and size. We use words like larger amount and smaller amount when we make comparisons between two amounts of water. If there are 3 or more volumes of water, we use words like most and least. We have to first measure the amounts of water in order to compare them if they are contained in containers of different sizes and shapes.
How do you measure amount of water, Turbo Girl?
We have to use containers that have little markings on them, and we read the markings on the side of the container to find out the volume of the water in the container. Once we have measured the volume of water, we are able to find out which container contained more water. We can also find out how much more or how much less water.
Well done, Turbo Girl.